What's up guys, so I'm playing Katarina in a ranked silver game, and this is my commentary. So I am versed what I hope is an easy lane matchup, which is going to be it's gonna be Karma mid. So I might have to eat my words later, but we will see. I didn't know what to start. I could have gone boots and pots. That might have been better. It was probably better to go boots and pots. Yeah. What else could I have gone? That's pretty much my only other option, other than 5 boots and something else. And I don't need a fairy charm, so there's only one other option technically. Hopefully I can do some work. Don't want to miss the CS. I'm being kited by her auto attacks though. Ooh. Okay, so it's not worth it to keep trading 1-for-1 in terms of spells because she's got a lot more pots than me, and I'm gonna run out sooner. Plus she has like a self-sustain spell, a healing spell, I think. But maybe that was before they changed her up. I don't know. Who plays Karma anymore? Okay, so yeah, I'm being screwed over right now. I had to flash that. Okay, so yeah, this is not easy lane matchup. And yeah, we have to go back and buy tons of pots. So the thing that makes Katarina good, well, pretty much the only thing, is that she doesn't use mana and she doesn't use energy, which means what? It means you can use all your spells as soon as they come up, all at once, and then just keep spamming them forever, for eternity. So by doing that, you can just out-sustain the opponent by just harassing tremendously. The problem with that is, one, Riot has nerfed her, and they nerfed her a long time ago, so that she's super weak now. So her spells do like 0 damage to the opponent, and yeah. Another thing is, ever since Reginald released his Katarina guide, everyone's changed to maxing W first. I found that I've tried that out multiple times and it hasn't worked out really well. Why? Because you're never in range to harass with W, so they can just out sustain you. And the main reason to get W is because to clear waves, not to harass. Yeah, if you stay in that pool for too long, you take massive damage. It's like a 10-second trigger thing. So, of course you can Shumpo to her and take off the harass, but it's very, very risky, especially if there's a jungler nearby. So, I'm going to try maxing Q back to what I used to do, because maxing W just doesn't seem to work. And as you can see, I'm just being destroyed here in lane. The one thing I'm hoping for, which is the beauty of Katarina, is I'm probably going to run out of, she's probably going to run out of mana way before me, which seems to be the case. So yeah, it's not going good at all. And coming back to lane, I can't really buy anything but sustain and wards. And with the cap on HP, I can only buy 5. Wards for both sides, because of the jungler. So let's check up on CS. I'm losing really hard. Great. So yeah, this karma is actually really good, and it's only silver elo, so it's only going to get harder. It's kind of sad. If anyone has any tips, some kind tips, if you have anything mean to say, don't say it, but if you have any kind tips for me to improve on Katarina, leave it in the comments below. Like, how can I work on getting higher CS? Because right now I'm like behind by like 6-ish, and that's because I got a extra wave while she backed, but then again she also got an extra wave. So I'm not gonna bother harassing because I feel like Nocturne is close by. Plus he's almost 6. Plus okay, so she only bought 2 pots, which is good. Also, by the way, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the thing with energy users, which makes them so bad as well, is that sure, you don't have mana to deal with, but because of that, because you don't have mana to deal with, you have other problems. Okay, I'm scared of knockoff. And that is, even if your spells are up, you'll run out of energy and you can't use them all. So that's why Katarina beats both these user types. It's just that her spells, she's been so nerfed that she doesn't do that much damage, at least not early on. I knew it. Oh my gosh. I should have flashed earlier, but yeah, there's nothing I could do there. Even if I had flashed earlier, I still would have died. In fact, I probably would have been feared and died earlier. I want to roam if I can, but it's just really hard. So I'm just going to try my best. This is actually a very tough lane. I guess I'm still keeping up with her in CS. And one thing is, she bought Tear of Goddess, which is pretty much 700 gold down the drain in terms of damage. You're not importing any extra damage, but you are getting mana, I guess. I don't know. So I can't gank any lanes because they're all extended. I don't know if I want to push this. If I didn't have a Nocturne, I'd probably push it, but we do have a Nocturne. Alright, I'm going to gank bot. They warded here, so I'm going to go through here. Karma's still coming back into lane. Oh, okay. That's kind of useless. They're not close enough to do anything. I just want to input some damage off on them. Okay, not even a lot of damage. Wow, is he really gonna die? Wow, they suck. Like he had no kill potential, and he still ran up so freaking hard and fast. Like literally, both of them had 0 kill potential. Kate and Thresh were at like 80% health at best. Maybe even 90% HP. They had no kill potential, and then they still ran up super hard. But I don't know. I still occasionally see cats do very well, and it's usually because they roam. And other than that, usually they just feed. It's just she's nerfed so hard that unless you get super fed early on, you can't really do much. And then overextending with Katarina is also it's just very, very tough because you will be jibed, especially with a global like Nocturnes. So in terms of my team, I'm second place in CS, and in terms of the whole thing, I'm probably third place. Yeah, I'm third place right now, but not for long. I'm not gonna bother going down here because we have no kill potential. Oh, maybe now we might. Nope. Okay. Watch this. Watch this, motherfucker. Watch this, motherfucker. So, okay. As Katarina, since I've played a hell of a lot of Katarina, I know how to set cooldowns. I'm probably one of the fastest cooldown resetters for Katarina in the game, and that might sound cocky to some of you guys, but it's not. I've gotten pentakills in under like 2 seconds, under 1 second with Katarina, because I've played her so much. I think I'm one of the fastest Katarina resetters. The only problem is like the chances of that happening are so low, but when I see it, I know it, and I'll tell you in advance, because I know when I'm going to get a reset, like right then, like 20 seconds ago. But it's happens so rarely because people watch out for that kind of stuff, and they know when it's going to happen. So it's like very rare for something like that to happen. Oh. This knock alt, I feel like it comes up like every 10 seconds. Are you kidding me? Got it. I'm dead. I'm not sure if Kate's being sarcastic or not. Or not Kate, Misfortune. She's saying good job, but that was not a good trade. It's 2 for 1. The thing was, I was hoping I could get like the kill on Karma and then somehow escape before Knock killed me. So we would go 1 for 1 instead of 0 for 1. Instead we went, rather than 0 for 1, we went for 2 for 1, which is slightly better, I guess. Both of us get slightly more fed, and I still think that's better because if I have items, I can rely more on skill and I can outskill them. But if I have no items, skill's not gonna do much when you have like 0 items to do damage. Who just pinged? Okay, I'm not diving 2v1 before you even get close. Mute this guy. Okay, you're close, but he has no ult. Wow, what was that? AD Master E? You're not even going AP? My main concern is hard CC to stop my ult, and they have it. Plus they have spell shields, they have knockups. So I'm always waiting for the Misfortune ult to see if I can get some sort of reset off. And that's not the case. And it looks like we're doing really bad, so I'm looking to potentially buy off-tank Katarina instead, because we're not doing so bad. There's really 2 options, off-tank or full glass cannon. We'll see where this takes me. If I'm really behind, I might go Sunfire Cape. Otherwise, if I'm just as I am now, which is semi behind, I will finish up the haunting guys. Yeah, this Misfortune's been trolling in Q from the start. Like in Q, he was saying all this weird stuff, like I'm gay and stuff like that. I don't even know. Should I mute her? I won't mute it for the entertainment, so you guys can check it out while watching this game. Personally, I'm not going to even bother looking at chat because it's just gonna lower my performance with this guy saying this random stuff. Alright. Why isn't she taking red? She probably doesn't even notice. Neither of them notice. I would take it myself, but I'd probably spend like 2 minutes killing it, and then they just KS it from me. Oh, they got me. That was tough. Yeah, so I got Thresh hooked there. Should I go? No, I'm gonna go for this. I think it's a better item than just going Giant Spell. So as you can see, we're super far behind. Whatever. It happens. For the last like 10 games, like legitly, all the lanes have lost. But I'm not blaming anyone because I technically lost my lane too. 94 CS to 90, so I'm beating her in CS at least. But you shouldn't compare your CS to the opponent. You should compare it to the timer up top for optimal CS. You should compare it to the most possible CS you can get, which is roughly around 10 CS per minute. Yeah, don't chase that. They're like all there. I'm just gonna leave this place so I can farm. There's nothing I can do if I recall. I'm still waiting for this, which will cost about 200 more GP. Oh, I'm so scared about face checking this, but there's nothing I can do if I want to CS. And they still haven't noticed red is up. Okay, it's not up. They stole it. This game's pretty much over. If I can get another reset, like a mass teamfight reset, I would say we can still come back, but not even. Yeah, so yeah, they probably are banning right now. I'm gonna mute this MF. She's annoying. Alright, so I can go back now. Will I get hooked here? Will I get hooked? Nope. Yi will die though. This Yi. Alright, whatever. So we've lost too many turrets, and at this elo they don't really understand what it means to be overextended. I'm just gonna get that cooldown off and go from there. So I shumpoed to Karma because I wasn't in range to shumpo to Katarina. I thought I could shumpo to Karma and then take, excuse me, I wasn't in range to shampoo to Caitlyn, so I shampooed to Katarina, threw my bouncing blade at Caitlyn, hoping I could kill her with just that before I got jibed by both of them, and then I was shampooed backwards. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. Right now I'm wondering if any of my other spells were up, such as Death Lotus, but I don't think they were. So that was rather unfortunate. Oh, there goes Yi. Okay, I know what to build at this point. We have to build defensive. These are all defensive items that I might not buy. I probably wouldn't buy if I wasn't so far behind. If our team wasn't so far behind. Right now I'm going for Will of the Ancients, which will pretty much just help me out because there's no real AP on the team. Zach, he's just a tank. So it's going to help me out with sustain so I can keep cooldown resetting without, you know, getting chunked and then eventually die off like I did because I was too low HP. Because the spell vamp would keep me at full HP. But we'll see what happens. And as you can see, I do I shun Po to get the last hits. Why? Because sometimes if you're juggling just basic attacking, you can't get the last hits in all the time. Especially when you're melee and you're lane versus someone who's ranged. That's pretty much the only time when you have an excuse for missing last hits. When you're melee and you're versus ranged, you're kind of zoned out. I don't think they'll get it off in time. That was a bad ult. Yeah, I should have just backed there. I chased because I wanted to help out a little without getting into trouble. That didn't work out really. Bad move by me. I should have just recalled. Like, I'd been chunked too hard by the minions while CSing in the jungle. So I should have just recalled. But it was just a bad time for my team to fight for me. Yeah, I definitely should have recalled there. My team might have raged at me for recalling there earlier while the team fight just started, but I was too low anyways. I would have just been like an extra death on their team. And at this elo, that's what they tend to do. They tend to blame people as soon as they die. They'll look for anyone who's still alive and then blame them. Oh my goodness. I had to flash that. That's one of the dangers of... Oh, are they all AFK? They're either all AFK or arguing with each other. Okay. Or they're just really slow in buying their items. Let's unmute this Zac to see what's going on here. Oh, I'm scared. I always want to CS the lane creeps rather than the jungle creeps because that way I don't always take aggro. And as you can see, before I had my Hextech revolver, which gives spell vamp, the jungle creeps just did a lot of damage to me, which caused what? It caused me to be at a disadvantage during team fights. I was already at like 50% HP when that team fight occurred. Had I been at full HP, it would have gone slightly differently. Just slightly, because that was just a bad team fight. Like, there's one person who was pretty much already dead, and then everyone else at full HP, which is not good for Katarina. For Katarinas, we only like people... Okay, they just took Baron. But yeah, for Katarina, we only like people who are less than half HP. And on top of that, the reason why I didn't help out Misfortune there was because there's nothing I could do. Plus, Nocturne probably has ult, and I would have been ulted. I could be ulted here by Nocturne. Potentially. Okay, I saw him. He's pretty far away. I don't think we'll be in that big of a trouble. Big. That's horrible grammar. That big trouble. Okay, so I have my Warda, which means extra spell vamp for me. Now I want to go. I would like to go damage if I could, but unfortunately that's not the case. Yeah, that Zac is just trolling, like his name says. MF is just AFK right there. There's not much we can do. We are like 12 kills behind, so I think this might be over. I'm not gonna surrender. I'm gonna keep at it until something happens though. Well, that's AP Karma for you. They did a decent job. But what can you do? Yi fed top really hard. Zac fed jungle. Misfortune fed. No. Oh, Zac was the support. Huh. That's strange. See, I'm scared of just going in at all. Like, if I go into ult them, I will be killed. That was a good juke from the thresh hook, though. I usually can't do that. You see? Alright, so this game is over. I hope you guys learned some stuff from how badly we played. See you guys later in solo queue elo ladder. Peace out and subscribe if you liked.